हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। वेलकम टू स्टडीज विद जॉय। आपका स्वागत है हमारे चैनल पे। और आज का हमारा टॉपिक है 9th स्टैंडर्ड इंग्लिश 4.5 तानसेन, अ ब्यूटीफुल पोयम रिटन बाय Hazrat Inayat Khan. This poem is very beautiful and it is historical poem also, and it describes about Tansen and his guru, and also it describes about the king Akbar and who was Tansen. Tansen was the one of the 9 jewels of King Akbar. You would have heard about the 9 jewels. Now let's start with this poem. You will enjoy this poem, I am sure, because it has very beautiful aspects and its lines are very beautiful. We will understand, and it's like a story only, I can say. Let's understand it and enjoy it. If you're new on my channel, then please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon button so that you get the first notification when we upload a video. So let's start. Before starting with the poem, let's first see the central idea of the poem as an introduction to the poem also. Music is the soul what natural food is to health. The poem Tansen, written by Hazrat Inayat Khan, talks about the student-teacher relationship through the medium of learning music. Tansen, the royal singer, is praised by the King Akbar, who wants to meet Tansen's guru. So Tansen is one of the 9 jewels of Akbar's court and is a very good singer, and he sings in front of the Akbar in the court, and Akbar thinks that if Tansen sings so beautiful, then his guru will be singing so good, more than him. So he thought that let's meet his guru and I want to hear the music sung by Tansen's guru. And they both go to him, and this is the whole story in short. So now let's start with the poem. Before starting with the poem, let's finish with the warming up section so that we get little bit warmed up for the poem. Indian classical music consists of many ragas. Find out from an expert or the internet the names of at least 10 ragas and the time when they are sung to produce greater effect. In our Indian classical music, there are different types of ragas. I hope that you have heard about ragas. Different ragas like Deepak Rag. So the different types of ragas are there in Indian classical music. We have to find out and write at least 10 ragas. See, I have given you the 10 names of the ragas. I have given here 9 only. The one more is Deepak Rag. You can say it Rag Deepak, which is at afternoon, which is effective at evening. You can say. So the name of raga first is Raga Bhogi, effective at early night. Then Raga Adana, effective at late night. Then Raga Ahir Bhairav, effective at daybreak. Then Raga Alhaiya Bilaval, effective at late morning. Raga Bageshwari, effective at midnight. Raga Bahar, effective at any time spring season. Raga Bhairavi, effective at morning time. Raga Bhimpalasi, effective at early afternoon. Raga Bhopal Todi, effective at morning. And 10th one is Raga Deepak, effective at evening. Okay, so these were the answer for the question number 1 of warming up section. So in this poem also we are going to learn about some ragas. It is based on music, so ragas will come only. That is also Indian classical music. Then second question in the warming up section is, the second question is about archaic words. You would be knowing about archaic words. Archaic words are those that are no longer used in a language, but we can say as old English words, but sometimes they are used as historical or old times. They are used in old times chapters, like historical chapters, historical poems like Tansen. In that poems and chapters they are still used these words, which are old English words. Or it is used for old times flavor, giving a flavor of olden time to a piece of writing. Examples Behold, look. One more example, forsooth is an archaic word. Its modern equivalent is indeed. So it has told us that now find out some archaic words from your mother tongue or another language that you are proficient in and write down at least 10 of them, and against each they are modern equivalent. So I will say you orally only, they are very easy. The archaic word and modern equivalent, I will say you. The meaning in English you can find it out from the internet. Archaic word bed chamber. Modern equivalent is bedroom. Archaic word second is affright. Modern equivalent is frightened. Archaic word third is peradventure. Modern equivalent is perhaps. Fourth archaic word is feign. Modern equivalent is willing. Fifth is lettered. Modern equivalent is educated. Sixth is bunkum. Modern equivalent is very funny. Nonsense. Seventh is yelled. Modern equivalent is old. Okay, so these are the some examples of archaic words and their modern equivalents I have given you. Now let's do the C question. The third question. There are many legends about the 9 gems in Akbar's court. These are popular tales and they may not have a historical basis. Can you name some of the 9 gems and the stories associated with them? So there are many gems. So there are the 9 gems in the Akbar's courts, you all know, and you would be knowing one is Birbal. You have been knowing about Birbal Akbar stories. He is very famous. Everyone knows. There are the remaining, which are the remaining they have asked, and they have also asked a small description of each. Okay, the I will first tell you the all the 9 gems of the Akbar's court together. First is Abdul Fazl. Second is Faizi Mian. Third is Tansen, whose poem is this. The whole poem is about Tansen only and his singing and his guru. Then the fourth is Raja Birbal. You know about Birbal. Everyone knows about Birbal. No description is required for him because he is world famous. Akbar Birbal stories you would have learned or you would have known. If you also know about Tenali Raman and Krishna Dev Rai story, it is also there. They are different stories. Then fifth here is Raja Todar Mal. Then sixth is Raja Man Singh. Then seventh is Abdul Rahim Khan Khani Khan. Then eighth is Fakir Aziuddin, and ninth one is Mirza Aziz Koka. I will tell you a small description of each. Abdul Fazl was the chronicler of Akbarnama in the 3 volumes over 7 years. The third volume is known as the N.E. Akbari. Then Faizi was Abdul Fazl's brother, the poet laureate of Akbar. Mian Tansen was born as Tan Mishra in 1520. He was a disciple of Swami Haridas. So who is the guru which mentioned in this poem is Swami Haridas. Remember this, huh? And later became a disciple of Hazrat Muhammad Ghaus. Okay, and he was a court musician with the Prince of Mewar. Raja Birbal, you all know, a poor Hindu Brahmin Mahesh Das was appointed to the court of Akbar for his intelligence and became the court jester. Then Raja Todarmal, a Hindu Khatri, was Akbar's finance minister. Okay. Then Raja Man Singh, the Prince of Amber, was a trusted general in Akbar's army and was the grandson of Akbar's father-in-law, Bharman. Then Abdul Rahim Khani Khan, son of Akbar's trusted general and tutor. He was best known for his Hindi couplets. Then Fakir Aziuddin was a Sufi mystic and advisor. Mirza Aziz Koka was one of the leading nobles and also foster brother of Akbar. He also served as Subedar of Gujarat. Now let's start with the poem. I will read the lines and I explain you. Tansen, the singer in great Akbar's court, won great renown through the Badshai fort. So Tansen was very much famous. Renowned means famous. He was a great singer in the Akbar's court. Everyone used to respect him. He got very much respect and was very much famous for his singing talent. The in the Badshai fort. Second para. This poem is a little bit huge, so they are in small paragraphs. His voice rang like the sound of silver bells, and Akbar heard. The story tells. Ravished means heard with intense delight, मतलब बहुत खुशी से. His voice rang like the sound of silver bells. It's simile here. His voice is compared to the sound of silver bells. Means they were very beautiful, melodious, we can say. Now let's see the story. It has begun. How the king praised him, gave him many a gem, called him chief jewel in his diadem. So king used to praise him a lot. He praised him and he gave a big compliment that he is the chief jewel in his diadem. Diadem means the crown of the king. I hope that you know crown means Taj. One day the singer sang the song of fire, the Deepak Rag, and burning like a fire. Fire means logs over the dead body. Okay, so one day the singer sang the song of fire. So Tansen sang the song of fire. Means at that time there were different rags for different natural elements also, like Deepak Rag. So Deepak Rag is the song of fire, and Tansen started singing, and his temperature of the body of Tansen was growing up. It was going up only. He was getting so much heated up. Now let's see what happens. His body burst into consuming flame. His music was so much effective that his body started burning. Everyone was shocked. What to do now? What to do now? To cure his burning heart, a maiden came. Everyone called up a maiden to cure his burning heart. And the maiden sang Malhar, the song of water cold. Till health returned and comfort as of old. So that maiden who was called to cure Akbar sang this sang the song of Malhar, which is the song of water cold, means ठंडे पानी का song. So that was the cure for the song of fire. Opposite na, song of fire and song of water cold. So that's why she called them, and she sang till health returned and comfort as of old. So she sang the song till then, till Akbar was not normal. Till then she used to sing. My Thai teacher must be divine. Great Akbar said, magic indeed is thine. Akbar was very much shocked, or very much we can say now that surprised that this magic is happening in front of me. What is the power of this music? Your teacher would be so much divine. You have done this much good music. You have so much good voice. So your teacher would have been much more divine than you. Great Akbar said, and magic indeed is thine. Thine is a archaic word. Learn at his feet. Then happy Tansen bowed and said, beyond the world's ignorable crowd. So the Tansen was very much happy as his guru was praised. It was a very big thing for a student who gets a compliment that the student is good, so the guru was so much good. So it was very big thing for Tansen. He was very happy, and he told that where his guru is. He told that the beyond the world's ignorable crowd. So his guru doesn't like any rich people, all everything richness, that all things he doesn't like. He was away from them. He doesn't like that people. So he used to be away from them. Okay, he used to away from them live. Now let's see what happens in the story. Scorning its wealth, remote and far away, he dwells within a cave of Himalaya. So he lives in the cave of Himalaya. He doesn't want any richness, no rich people he liked, like King Akbar. Could I be but see him once? Desired the king. So the king was very much shocked and very excited to meet the guru of Tansen. So he मतलब जैसे कि जिद पकड़ के बैठ गया कि I want to meet. Can I see him please only once? So he said, sit at his feet a while and listening. I want to sit at his feet and listen to his melodious songs and enjoy it. Hear his celestial song, I would deny my state and walk in robes of poverty. So, for as his guru doesn't like rich people, I would wear. We both will wear the clothes of poverty, like गरीब लोगों की तरह से कपड़े पहन के हम लोग जाएंगे. One you will become a poor man, and Tansen you become a slave, and we both will go to hear his celestial song, means spiritual song you can say. Okay, now let's go further. Then said Tansen, as you desire, Huzur. Tansen told, as your wish, Huzur, I am ready. Okay, indeed, twere better as a slave and poor. Twere, TWERE means it were. So we can say, indeed, it were better as a slave and poor. So they both, one of them became a slave and one became a poor man or a common person. And they walked and go to come, for he lifted above the things of earth, disdains to sing to earthly kings. Disdains means not willing to. So the Tansen tell that he doesn't, the guru of Tansen doesn't want or doesn't like to sing for earthly kings. He just sings for the heavenly people, means स्वर्ग के वासियों के लिए गाता है. He doesn't sing for kings in the earth. Okay, that way it describes. Then long was the road and Akbar as a slave. So Akbar became the slave and Tansen was a poor man. He became the. See, Akbar for just hearing the song, he went to become a slave also, but he wanted to hear. Such a big desire of Akbar was there. Followed Tansen, who rode towards the cave. So he walked as a slave with him, and Tansen was also coming with him. High in the mountains, at the singer's feet, they knelt and prayed with supplication sweet. So they went there. Akbar sat down at the singer's feet and prayed him with a supplication sweet that please, I want to hear your song. And supplication means musical sweetness. Please bless her with your song, with your music. So towards thy shrine, lo, we have journeyed wrong. We have come from very far away. We have walked a lot. Now just for hearing your music, please help us. Lo means it's a archaic word. It means look. O holy master, bless us with thy song. Please bless us with your song. I means your. Then Ustad won by their humility. Ustad means guru, teacher. Okay, you can say. Okay, a guru या फिर mentor. The Ustad won by their humility. Humility means humble behavior. Sang songs of peace and high felicity. He sang the song of peace and high felicity. Felicity means great happiness. So the Ustad, that is the Guru song with this humble request, they managed to convince him, and the Guru song they sang of intense happiness and also peace, which was very much melodious. Okay, the Malkas Raga, all ecstatic rag. Malkas Raga is the oldest raga which the Guru of Tansen song sang, till birds and bees enchanted as he sang. So all the birds and animals also around him came together to hear this song. That much melodious it was. little birds and beasts enchanted. Enchanted means charmed. Okay, so that much melodious song he song. Then gathered to hear over Akbar's dreaming soul. Akbar's dreaming soul means he was went in the dream only. He was enjoying it all a lot. He was just feeling like he is in heaven. He felt the waves of heavenly rapture roll. Heavenly rapture roll means delighted manner. He was very much delighted, and he went. I told ना स्वर्ग जैसा लगा उसे. But as he turned to speak his words of praise, उसकी now the song was over. Now just he was going to praise the uh, uh, praise the Ustad. Ustad had vanished from his wondering gaze. So gaze means to look steadily. So before he started praising him, Ustad had vanished. गायब हो गए. He was nowhere there. He was just vanished. If you cannot tell, then I can tell the reason for this. The reason for this is that Tansen's guru didn't like any praisings, anyone praise him, no greediness, that all things he didn't like. So I think so for that they were going to praise him, na? So he didn't wanted to be praised. That's why it vanished. This can be a reason. Tell me, Tansen, what theme is that? The Akbar was very much surprised. He asked Tansen, why, what happened, how they vanished, what is this rachna, ये कैसी रचना है? The soul enchanted and the heart enfolds means holds in love. The soul was enchanted, charmed. My, so beautiful and melodious song it was, in high delight. And when he knew the name, tell me again, he said, could you the same? So he asked him to asked Tansen to sing the same raga, that Malkas raga, in the same voice, in the same melodious. He wants to feel that happiness again. He wants to feel that peacefulness again. He asked him, can you theme sing to lure my heart to paths untrod? Untrod means never ever walked before, and lure means tempt. So please sing to lure my heart, to make my heart feel peaceness. Ah no, to thee I sing. He sings to God. I cannot. Tansen says, I cannot sing this song like him because I sing to earthly kings, but he sings to gods, not to us. So that's why there is a difference, and I cannot sing this song like him. And this whole beautiful poem is written by Hazrat Inayat Khan. So how you like the whole story? It was in the form of a poem. Actually, even in the earlier times, the stories were written only in the form of poems only, not like this in chapters. But now we have started it making in paragraphs. So it was a very beautiful, melodious musicals. It was the whole of music. I hope that you liked it. Now let's go to the notes. Now let's see the English workshop questions. Question number 1 is, pick out archaic words, form the poem and give their modern equivalents. From the poem we have to pick out the archaic words and we have to give their modern equivalents. So I've given maiden is archaic word. Modern equivalent is unmarried girl. Thigh is an archaic word. Modern equivalent is your. Thine is an archaic word used in poem. Modern equivalent is yours. Twere is an archaic word used in poem. Modern equivalent is it were. Archaic word low. Modern equivalent is oh. Thee. Modern equivalent is you. These were some archaic words used in the poem, and I've given their modern equivalents also. Okay, so the modern equivalents and archaic words are used in very much different ways. Means I can say that archaic words are used very much less, only to give the flavor of history or historical script. So they use these archaic words. Okay, And the mostly used figures of speech in this poem are very less are there: onomatopoeia, simile, and inversion and alliteration. These are the mostly used figures of speech in this poem. So if you want to mention in the appreciation, you can write these figures of speech, but only mention these. Don't mention from your mind any figure of speech which is not there also in the poem. Okay, now let's see the question number 2. We will discuss it. Question number 2 is, write who said to the, who said the following to whom and when. We have to write this. Okay, so let's solve this question also. First is, mighty Thai teacher must be and divine. This was said by Akbar. Akbar said to the Tansin after he heard him sing the Deepak Rag. वो उससे बहुत इम्प्रेस हो गया था ना दीपक राग में जो मिरेकल उनके सामने हुआ था, इसलिए ऐसा बोला था. Second is, he dwells within a cave of Himalaya. Tansin replied with the above line that we saw now when Akbar asked him about his teacher. Third is, as you desire, Huzur. Tansin said to Akbar. Then Akbar expressed a desire to visit Tansin's teacher. I hope you remember, in the Himalaya to hear him song. Fourth, oh holy master, bless us with Thai songs. Tansin and Akbar travelled through the mountains and kneeling before the Ustad said the above lines, requesting him to sing a song for them. Fifth one is, no, to Thi I sing. He sings to God. Tansin had replied no when when Akbar asked him to sing the same raga for him. I hope we just saw it now. Question number 3 of English workshop is, rearrange the following in their proper order as in the poem. Write the serial number against each line. So this is the question. I am now telling you the number of each line. Okay, these are not arranged. I am telling you the number which will come first, which will come this. Okay, note it down. First will be the Ostad sang the Malkus Raga ascending. This will come as the 6th. Then Akbar followed Tansin dressed miserably. This will come as the 4th. Then C, I request you to sing such a song that I will experience unmatched joy. This will come as 9. Then Ustad was nowhere to be seen. This will come as 8. E, O divine teacher, please gift us the joy of your singing. This will come as 5. F, one day the singer sang the Raga in the court. This will come as 1. First one. Then G, Akbar expressed his wish to meet the teacher. This will come as 3rd. H, he experienced heavenly delight. This will come as 7th. I, Tansin sings to please the earthly kings, but Ostad devotes his songs to God. This will come as 10th one. J, she sang Raga Malhar, which had a cooling effect. This will come as 2nd one. So I hope that you got. First one is F, second one is J, third one is G, then 4th one will be B, 5th one will be E, 6th one will be A, 7th one will be H, 8th one will be D, 9th one will be C, 10th one will be I. Okay, I hope you got the answers. Question number 4 is, write the reason in your own words. First one is, Akbar strongly desired to hear Ustad song. So answer is, Akbar was spellbound by Tansin's Deepak Rag. He could only imagine how great his teacher would be and what heavenly joy one would experience through his songs. So Akbar strongly desired to hear Ustad's song. Second is, Akbar had to dress like a slave. Answer is, spellbound by Tansin's Deepak Rag, Akbar could only imagine how great his teacher would be. So he wished to hear his teacher's song. Tansin explained that Ustad lives in a cave in the Himalayas and rejects earthly wealth and dislikes earthly kings. So Akbar did not mind if he had to dress as a slave to experience heavenly joys of the Ustad's sound. That only I told now that Akbar had to become a slave and he did not even disagree that I am a king, that I cannot be a slave. He just agreed just to hear his melodious song heavenly. Third is after the song Ustad had vanished. So I only told that before Akbar could return from this heavenly dream and praise Ustad for his singings, Ustad had vanished as he did not wish to be praised by them. I told you about this also when I was explaining that paragraph. He sang only for the gods and so found earthly applause and awards unworthy. That means useless. Fourth is Ostad's song was more elating than Tansin's songs. Obviously, Ostad is guru of Tansin. Tansin sang to please the king, whereas Ostad sang to please God. This is the difference. Tansin sang for his king, and so his songs could not only provide earthly pleasure. Ostad would devote his songs to God, which filled his songs with a divine joy, making it more elating than Tansin's songs. Question number 5 is what message does the poet wish to convey through this narrative poem? The poet wishes to bring out the heavenly of the beauty of divine music through the narrative poem dancing in music, in painting, in poetry. Man's first thought is how will it be? What will people say of it? When inspiration is sacrificed to the material world, how can the soul ever dance? In his attachment to the external world, man has lost touch with his own self. As man grows, the more he is successful in worldly affairs, the more he loses contact with his inner being. For a truly harmonious existence, one has to connect to his soul and through it God. It has then that magic which unfold in one's life. We are actually not our body is not for us, it is for others only. We work for others only. We don't spend time for others, ourselves also. We should give time for ourselves. Question number 6 and final question is summarize this poem in your own words in 8 to 10 lines, highlighting only the main points. So I have summarized into some lines here. Tansin, the famous singer from Akbar's court, once sang Deepak Rak, the song of fire, so intensely that he was himself engulfed in this musical fire. It was only when a maiden was summoned to sing the Malhar Rag, the song of rain, did Tansin's health recover. The emperor Akbar was extremely pleased by Tansin's song. He praised him and desired to listen to his teacher's song. So they traveled to the Himalayan cave where Ustad resided, dressed up as poor slaves, and pleaded to this Ustad for a song. The Ustad then enchanted them with the Marcus Roga and bestowed bliss to Akbar's soul. Just as Akbar returned from his enchanted dream to praise Ustad, he found him gone. Tansin then explained that he cannot recreate the magic of the Ustad because he is used to singing for earthly kings, but the Ustad aims to please God and therefore possesses a certain magical powers that none can attain. Okay, so we can finish this poem also. I hope that you understood. We finish with the unit 4. If you liked my video, then please subscribe my channel.